working for Dan was like being in an abusive relationship.
For many, children's television is a warm, nostalgic part of their childhood. It's where we learned lessons, laughed at silly cartoons, and connected with beloved characters. But behind the scenes, there's a darker side to kids' TV, an industry that is often less than child-friendly. From child labor laws to the exploitation of young actors, the world of kids' TV has a number of troubling secrets.
Nickelodeon's golden boy. He created these shows that were hugely successful for them.
No one had ever really done sketch comedy starring kids for kids.
He launched the careers of child actors who became major stars.
In this video, we'll take a look at the hidden truths of kids' TV, where the bright lights of the screen hide the darker aspects that make us question what we really know about this seemingly innocent world. The pressure to perform. Behind the IRT. Glittering smiles of young TV stars, many children face incredible pressure to perform. As children spend long hours on set, they are expected to balance their studies, their social lives, and often their physical well-being, all while delivering flawless performances. In the 1990s and early 2000s, several child stars revealed the immense pressure they faced while working on TV shows, especially those produced by major children's networks like Nickelodeon and Disney Channel. Many of these young stars were often pushed to work long hours, sometimes as much as 12-14 hours a day. These grueling schedules leave little room for rest or personal time. For example, the popular sitcom The Amanda Show starred Amanda Bynes, who at a very young age had to juggle being a school student and a leading TV actor. Amanda has since spoken openly about the pressures of being a young star and the difficulties of maintaining a normal life while working under such intense expectations. Unfortunately, Amanda's story isn't unique. The pressure to perform often leads to mental health struggles, which we'll explore further. Mental health struggles and abuse. The high demands of kids' TV often come at the expense of the stars. Mental health. The toxic environment that young actors are thrust into can lead to a variety of issues, including anxiety, depression, and, in the most tragic cases, substance abuse. Perhaps the most well-known case of a child star struggling with the pressure of fame is that of Britney Spears. Spears rose to fame as a teenager on the Mickey Mouse Club and went on to become a pop icon. But her journey through fame took a dark turn. Her highly publicized breakdown in the mid-2000s, including the infamous head-shaving incident, showcased the deep mental toll that fame had on her. Spears was only a teenager when she was thrust into the limelight, and the overwhelming scrutiny she faced from the media, combined with the pressures of being a role model, led to significant mental health challenges. Britney's experience is a stark reminder of the immense mental burden child actors carry. While not every child actor ends up in the same situation as Britney, the story of many stars who grew up on kids' TV shows is similar. Actors like Shia LaBeouf, who starred on Even Stevens for Disney Channel, have been open about the personal struggles that fame brought. LaBeouf's career trajectory includes both the rise to fame and the challenges of navigating adulthood after being a child star. But mental health struggles aren't limited to the stars themselves. A major issue is also the emotional toll on the child's family. Parents eager for their children to succeed may unintentionally contribute to the pressure by pushing them to perform at the highest levels. The disconnect between a child's desires and their family's expectations can cause long-term emotional damage. The dangers of child labor. Although child labor laws are in place to protect young performers, the reality of life on a kids' TV set often blurs the lines. In the United States, child labor laws, set by the Fair Labor Standards Act and enforced by the U.S. Department of Labor, stipulate the maximum number of hours children can work per day and the mandatory breaks they must receive. But despite these regulations, children on TV sets are often subjected to work hours that could be considered excessive by many standards. In some cases, the working conditions are incredibly stressful, and children are expected to behave like adults. This includes long days under hot lights, sometimes working well past bedtime, and being forced to perform emotionally challenging scenes that are difficult for even adult actors to handle. For example, iCarly star Jeanette McCurdy, who was thrust into stardom at an early age, has spoken out about her traumatic experiences on set, revealing that she was often asked to perform scenes that were physically and emotionally exhausting. McCurdy, in her memoir, shared how these experiences contributed to her complex relationship with fame. Furthermore, the pressure to look a certain way on screen, often involving intense physical expectations, can be harmful. Child actors have been put on strict diets and exercise regimes to maintain a specific body image that is often unrealistic for children. For many, the journey from child star to adult actor is fraught with struggles over their self-image, as well as the fear of not being able to transition out of child roles and into more mature, serious acting careers. Sexual harassment and exploitation. Perhaps the darkest aspect of kids' TV is the abuse that some child actors face, which includes sexual harassment and exploitation. While the industry works to put safeguards in place, the unfortunate reality is that several former child stars have shared stories of abuse, often at the hands of individuals they trusted, whether it was directors, producers, or even family members. One of the most notable cases in recent years is the allegations made by several former Nickelodeon stars. Actress Jeanette McCurdy and others, including Amanda Bynes, have revealed unsettling encounters with powerful figures in the industry. McCurdy, in her book, revealed that she was coerced into uncomfortable situations and subjected to unprofessional conduct by a former TV producer. These situations underline how children in the entertainment industry can be vulnerable to predators. The Me Too movement brought a spotlight to the prevalence of sexual harassment and exploitation in the entertainment industry as a whole, and the children's TV sector was not immune. It serves as a chilling reminder of the need for stronger safeguards to protect young performers from harm. The perils of a cookie-cutter image. Another challenge in kids' TV is the way young actors are molded into specific, marketable images, often at the expense of their individuality. In the early days of children's television, networks like Nickelodeon and Disney Channel would routinely cast children based on their ability to fit into a perfect mold, whether that was the goofy best friend, the nerd, or the all-American sweetheart. The result is that many young stars were forced to fit into these rigid roles, leaving little room for creative freedom or authentic expression. Shows like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Hannah Montana, and Wizards of Waverly Place gave us some of the biggest stars in pop culture, such as Miley Cyrus and Selena Gomez. However, their rise to fame was often centered around creating a personality and image that was completely disconnected from their real selves. The pressure to maintain a Disney image or a Nickelodeon persona can be overwhelming for young actors. In fact, Miley Cyrus, after leaving Disney's Hannah Montana, went through a phase of publicly rebelling against the character and the expectations that were placed upon her. Her transformation was shocking to many, but it was a response to the intense pressure she had experienced throughout her time on the show. The danger in these cookie-cutter portrayals is that they limit the ability for young stars to evolve, both as actors and as individuals. When kids are confined to roles created for them, they lose the chance to grow into their authentic selves. Conclusion. The dark side of kids' TV is a troubling reality that many are unaware of. From the intense pressure to perform, to the mental health struggles, to the dangers of exploitation and sexual harassment, the world behind the scenes is far from as innocent as it seems. While the entertainment industry continues to evolve, there remains a need for greater protections for child actors. We must demand better standards, more support, and stronger accountability to ensure that young performers are treated with the care and respect they deserve. As fans, it's important to understand the sacrifices made by the children we watch on TV, and to remember that behind every bright smile is a real child who deserves to grow up in a safe, supportive environment. Until the industry recognizes the importance of child welfare, the dark side of kids' TV will continue to haunt its stars long after the cameras stop rolling. If you found this story eye-opening, please give us a like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more stories that reveal the truths behind the world of entertainment. Your support helps us continue to share in-depth investigations and true stories. Stay informed, and always think critically about what's behind the screen.